And that plan is driven by technology, not taxes. It's driven by backing Australians' choices, not putting mandates on them and telling them what to do. What we're seeing here at Toyota and around the world, and as Angus and I saw, and we're seeing in our own country, is that the costs of technology are coming down. And that means the choices that are available to Australians and right around the world are becoming more accessible. So our plans are all about supporting those choices, facilitating those choices, plugging the gaps where they need to be plugged to ensure that Australians can make the choices that they want to make. Our plans aren't about sending lots of taxpayers' money off to big multinationals. We're not going to tell them what to buy. We're not going to tell them where to drive or where they can't drive. We're not going to tell them how to live their lives and interfere in the way of life that they have. We're not going to put their petrol prices up to make them buy electric vehicles or do anything like that. Australians will make their own choices, and we're going to facilitate those by putting in place the infrastructure that enables them to make those choices into the future. Costs of electric vehicles, as I'm sure Angus will tell you, we'll see that continue to come down, as it happens with all technology. The time frames get shorter, the costs get cheaper, and then that makes it possible for more and more Australians. You don't get people to take on new technology by forcing up their household costs on all the other things they're currently using. You do it by ensuring you've got companies that are driving down the costs of their products and services to make them accessible to Australians so they can make the choices.
How can you honestly spruik electric vehicles when you campaigned against them in the last election?
But I didn't. That is just a Labor lie. I was against Bill Shorten's mandate policy, trying to tell people what to do with their lives, what cars they were supposed to drive and where they could drive them. I don't agree with that. I still don't agree with it, and our policy takes a very different approach. Labor loves interfering in your life. They love telling you what to do. They don't like our plan because it doesn't tax you and doesn't force you to do anything. It doesn't pass laws that try and drive you out of any industries. As a Treasurer and as a Prime Minister, I know the one thing that ensures that Australians can rely on the essentials that are provided by governments is a strong economy. That's what actually drives your revenues. What drives your revenues is that you have an economic plan that sees your economy grow and that sees people in work. One of the key, well, I'd say it was the key thing that prior to this pandemic, when we brought the budget back into balance, the biggest game changer in bringing the budget back to balance was getting people off welfare and into work. If you've got a strong economy, then you can pay for hospitals. If you've got a strong economy, you can pay for schools. You can guarantee the essentials that Australians rely on. And so our focus, my government's focus, has always been on having strong economic management because that's what underwrites the services that Australians rely on.